Are you ready for this jelly? Hi everyone, it's Tasha and welcome to another recipe video. And today we are making Thai milk tea jelly. In fact, we're making two types of Thai milk tea jelly. We're going to make the regular red one and some Thai green tea jelly too. This is another one of those recipes I came up with a couple of years ago that I've now decided to film on YouTube because it's always handy to have a visual example of how to do things. And originally I styled this on Japanese style coffee jelly, which is a very popular dessert in the summer because it's nice and cooling and it's super quick and easy. But instead of coffee, obviously we are using Thai tea, and we're going to serve it with a creamy mixture of evaporated and condensed milk. This recipe you can make in a day as long as you have 4 hours of setting time for the jelly, so you could make it in the morning for dessert in the afternoon or evening. Ready? Let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. So, let's make some tea, because of course we need tea to make our tea jellies. I've got two types here. I've got the classic orange Thai tea, this is the black tea mix, and I've also got the same brand, green tea, Thai green tea, and these are both the famous Cha Tra Mui brand. This one's bright orange, this one's the one everyone thinks about when they think of Thai tea, and this one is a bright green. It actually looks a little bit matcha-ish when you made it, but it has a very different taste. It tastes a little bit more like this one, which is very vanilla-y and sweet and almost pudding-like in flavour, only this one's a little bit more subtle and it has a little bit more, well, it does have a greener flavour. It's really hard to describe, maybe more vegetable flavour, but it is still very sweet and aromatic. So let's go with the classic one first, but we are going to make both. Now I'm going to need 4 tablespoons, whoops that was 5, 4 tablespoons of tea to 250 millilitres of water, and we're going to brew that and we're going to boil it for 4 minutes until it's nice and strong. You can just put this loose, because it's loose tea leaves, in the saucepan, add the water boil and then strain it through a fine sieve. But I have a handy empty tea bag, so you can get packets of these. I just got these from Amazon. And this is great because it saves on the mess. You don't have to filter out the leaves and then chuck the leaves away and then scrape them out of your sieve and then wash it. You just put the tea in there and fold it over. So let's do that. Let's get 4 tablespoons in there. Cool, that is a full tea bag. We've got to be careful, right? So we've got a little flap right here. We're going to fold her over to seal it. Yeah, kind of like when you roll socks up. Just tuck the corners in because we don't want any escapees. And there we go, our very full Thai tea bag. This may actually be a little bit too full, but it will save on a little bit of mess. To make our tea, we've got 250 millilitres of water, and we're going to plop in our Thai tea bag, and this is the red Thai tea, the classic Thai tea. We're going to bring this to a boil. Once it starts boiling, bring down the heat a bit. We still want it to boil. Give the tea bag a little bit of a zhuzh. And we're going to let this boil for 4 minutes. In the meantime, let's prepare our gelatin. I have 7.5 grams here, which is about 2 level teaspoons and a half, but do use a good scale if you can. That's 7.5 grams. And I'm going to stir in 3 tablespoonfuls of cold water. And we're just going to let this soak for a couple of minutes. Now it's been 4 minutes. You can see I have flipped over that tea bag halfway through, just to make sure it all gets nice and infused. And what we're going to do, flip it over again so that the opening part is facing upwards. Fish this tea bag out, and I'm going to give it a good squeeze through a sieve to make sure all of that lovely liquid drains through and we have the maximum possible. Let's turn the heat off too. Right, now we can get rid of our tea bag. This can now be thrown away. Get rid of that too. Now we're going to dissolve our soaked gelatin in there. As you can see, it's all puffed up and soaked up all that water. So let's scoop that right in there. Get it all out. Give it a stir. This will dissolve quite quickly. And now we're going to dissolve 30 grams of caster sugar in there too. And once your liquid is completely clear and you can't feel any gritty bits of the sugar, it is time to put this in a mould. As you can see, I'm reusing two washed out takeaway boxes. These are very handy. If I had the choice, then I would use a completely flat bottomed container because then you'll have very even cubes. But you know, it's good to recycle and I do enjoy reusing these. So I'm going to pour my red Thai tea into one of them. And I'm going to save the other for the green one. Now it's at this point I'd let it cool down completely to room temperature and then pop it in the fridge to set for at least 4 hours, but we're going to do our green one next. Now let's go ahead and do our green tea, and it's pretty much the exact same process. 4 tablespoons of the tea. And let's do it all again. We've got 250 millilitres of water. Pop in our Thai green tea bag and turn up the heat. And once it comes to a boil, we're going to boil it for 4 minutes. And as you can see, this one is going a very bright green. Now once again, we have our 7.5 grams of gelatin while our tea boils. And again, we're going to stir in 3 tablespoonfuls of cold water. And we're going to let this... Oh, I'm getting a phone call, and we're going to let this soak. Back to our tea. Remember, we've boiled it for 4 minutes and I've switched the heat off. Now I'm going to give the bag a good squish through a sieve. Get all of those lovely tea juices out. Now let's stir in our soaked gelatin. And of course our 30 grams of caster sugar. And now, because I suspect some tea leaves actually got through, I'm going to pour it gently through a tea strainer into our mould. Aha, yes, there were a few outliers, but we caught them. And now we're going to let these both cool completely and then pop them in the fridge for at least 4 hours to set. To make our milky drizzle, I have 70 millilitres of evaporated milk. And I'm going to add 50 millilitres of sweetened condensed milk. And we're going to give this a little stir together. And we're just going to pop this in the fridge to chill until we're ready to serve everything. Now we're going to cut our jellies, and this is going to be super simple. Now I'm just going to use an angled palette knife just to go around the sides like this. That's instantly loosening them up. You can use a butter knife for this. Loosen them up from the sides. And there you go. Got some jellies. Right. Just loosen it all up. Oops, we've got an escapee. And there we go. We've got our jelly cubes. Right, let's serve these up. I'm actually going to put these in some martini glasses. And here are our jellies, all in their martini glasses. I'm shooting outside because it's a bit of a dark day. For a summer's day, it is raining and I can't be bothered to get my lights out. Also, I feel it's sad to get my lights out because I usually reserve them for winter shoots only, and it is in the middle of summer, so I am doggedly carrying on outside. Jellies. I like how the top is slowly going orange because of that Thai tea. Interestingly, not as much of the green dye is leaking out of the green tea, so that Thai red tea is very dominant. It smells so good as well. It smells straight up like Thai milk tea. Let's get a red jelly first. Get some milk on there. Cheers. Now let's get a green one. We have to be fair after all. Cheers. It's basically Thai milk tea in jelly form. Super good. And there you have it, simple Thai milk tea jelly. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you will join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.taste, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Ooh, I think this would be very nice with a little crushed ice as well.